This is some crazy news. This came out 3 hours ago, but the title says it all. WillyMacShow has reported Destiny to the police, supposedly for possession or alleged possession of child porn. There's really no other way of putting it. This story is kind of convoluted, and it ties into a lot of other drama that I've not really decided to cover in the past, so I'll give the briefest of summaries here. Destiny has been in trouble lately and going through a lawsuit due to him getting sued for the alleged leaking of revenge porn, which was like audio or a video or something, or a picture he took of another person who I won't name, and then ended up sending to other people that then leaked it, and it made its way around the internet and whatnot. Destiny being the originator of these posts that would then leak, being essentially the start of the leak, maybe not the leaker himself, but, you know, the leak sprung starting with him. He got sued by this other creator, and Destiny went into this kind of like hyper defensive mode where he was simultaneously trying to pretend like it wasn't a big deal, and that he could just meme his way through it, while also kind of posting forward that, like, I'm going to crush these people for trying to slander me kind of vibe. He's very good at handling drama, typically. And so, for a while, it seemed like Destiny was kind of on the upper hand here, because recently news has been coming out about the lawsuit that, at least from what I've heard, has made him sound better, but I haven't followed it super closely. For all I know, it's nothing all that game-changing. But apparently, during all that drama, Destiny ended up maybe saying too much. Apparently, he said something about a girl named Rose who he'd hooked up with and made porn with, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe someone else did. Something about 60 gigabytes of pornography was made with this person. That was mentioned by Destiny at some point in this situation. And from there, people kind of forgot about this, but then recently it came out, like fully leaked, that this Rose person was apparently, allegedly, 17 when Destiny did this. And supposedly Destiny has said footage, and that is why WillyMacShow has reported him to the cops. I know, this story is fucking insane. I don't know what else I can say. There's not much more preamble to it than that. I'm sure WillyMacShow will give us some background, but I'm as shocked as you guys are. I want to find out what's happening here. Come on, give us the lore. WillyMacShow's original video, by the way, will be linked down below in the description, as always, when we react to content we like. Highly encourage you guys to go check him out. Go support him. But without any further ado, let's get into it.
I reported Destiny to the police. This is not clickbait and entirely has to do with the DMs he sent me. A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her getting doxxed. There is almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what I usually do.
Wait, almost 0% chance? Birth date is October 2004. She was 17 years old when Destiny was sexting her and trying to fly her out. October 2021, 17 years old. Damn. Destiny started texting her at the start of 2022, when she would have still been 17, and continued for many months, allegedly until she turned 18. We have logs that confirm that he was sexting her from the start of 2022, but here's Destiny's own words saying as much. Bro, what the fuck? Why does becoming rich and successful turn most men into predators? I don't think it's that, honestly. I'm starting to get to the point now where I think you have to be a predator to be successful, like, in these spaces of, like, entertainment and politics and shit. It's starting to feel like it, man. Like, because I know I'm not a predator, but I'm also not successful in politics and media, so considering how many people who are that it's come out are, you know, I can only draw one conclusion. The pattern is starting to be too undeniable.
doxxed. There is almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what I usually do and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose, told him she was 19 and in college at the time, and that the leaker Solo, who is her ex-boyfriend, confirmed that she lied about her age to him. This is true. In similar scandals, this is where people usually argue, is he lying? Did he actually know the age? Is it his fault if he was catfish? I usually wait for all the details to come out before I comment. This is not why I went to the police. It's because he continued to write, I didn't know this until way later, but the videos she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says, her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting.
Dude, what? Oh no, that depends on why you're asking Sweatstiny. Like using his own emote of him like, oh, sweaty, nervous. Oh. That. I don't. He's like kind of playing it like it's a meme here, which I feel like is supposed to give the impression like he knows there's nothing tangibly bad that he's done that could be proven, and so maybe he's just treating it like a joke. I think that's the vibe he wants to give off, but knowing what we know now, it comes off as like kind of weird. Not even kind of, just outright weird. Assuming, but yes, I created a copy of all our messages and everything when that court case started.
Yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important/relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, lol. I don't know if it counts as hiding/destroying evidence. And
that may be true. But it's still a crime to have if it does end up being CP, so I'm pretty sure crime overrules proper legal proceedings. Like, yeah, maybe Destiny should talk to his lawyer about that, actually. Why does he not know whether or not those videos should be kept? Because he's got lawyers. Like, he's got, like, well-paid lawyers from what I heard.
Reply, talk to a lawyer. That seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how this is? So now I've confirmed that this guy has child porn on his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100%.
Which means you don't know she was 18 or older either.
Sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So he went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all of this stuff?
I don't buy in any world that Destiny's the kind of person that would get involved. That's the thing. Why would Destiny hold on to that stuff so that in the future, if there's a police investigation against that girl's ex-boyfriend, he can get involved in helping provide the police evidence? Like, that's just not something he would do. Like, I used to watch Destiny a lot, and I mean, I've heard the guy talk a fair amount and say what he would do in a variety of situations. And at a certain point, you can kind of predict what a person would and wouldn't do. And that's just not something Destiny would do. Like, he's not gonna act as some kind of like vigilante for some girl that he barely knows, that apparently he cyber sexed with online. Like, that's not something he would do. I don't believe that explanation personally. It just seems like a reach. Yeah, honestly, if his lawyer was there, he'd probably be telling him, shut up, why are you talking to this guy? What are you doing? Like, not even for any legal reasons necessarily, but just out of pure PR advice. Like, this is not good PR. Okay, why is 18 and up okay? If we were waiting for full mental maturity, then the age of consent would have to be around age 25. Below that, all forms of maturity. It has to do with ranges. So, at 18 years old, we require people to sign up for the draft, and we allow them to vote. We don't allow people to drink. I'd argue you could argue the age of consent for someone to be able to be with adults should be 21 or even up to 25, but it should still be in brackets, right? Like a 24-year-old shouldn't be able to get with a 17-year-old because both are underage, right? But it's somewhat arbitrary, but I think the 18 line is based on the fact that in America, at least, as far as I'm aware, at 18, most people are living an adult life or have an adult level of like expectations, understanding of the world, maturity, responsibilities, and whatnot. But trust me, you still grow plenty from 18 to like 25. Plenty. That doesn't mean like a 17-year-old or an 18-year-old and a 13-year-old are compatible together, though. Nor does it mean that like a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old should be getting together, or a 25-year-old and a 17-year-old. Or in the case of Destiny, what is he, like a 34, 33-year-old? Like, I think he's in his like mid to early 30s. And a 17-year-old, allegedly?
Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound advice that came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, how does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all
I will say this is a very, like, streamer. I've noticed this a lot because it's been happening since this lawsuit drama started. Is like a lot of Destiny's defenses have been to prove that other people are in the wrong, as if their being in the wrong exonerates him. There are some cases where one party being in the wrong exonerates the other party from a perspective that they were in the wrong before, because it changes the context entirely. But this is not one of those cases. The idea that her boyfriend should have done the due diligence of not making pornographic content with a minor, meaning that he had no responsibility to make sure he didn't do the same, because he could just trust that her ex-boyfriend was a good guy, I guess, that no one would think that is a logical line of reason. But if you can heap blame onto the guy, like, why did this other guy not do the same? Why he's no worse? It's a very like internet content creator way of handling a controversy, where if you can just redirect people's ire to someone else about something else, then usually you win, I guess. So I think Destiny's trying to do that, like redirect the anger towards this ex-boyfriend who's not a public figure. So there can't really be much of any consequences from what I understand, because who is this guy?
He knows her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33. I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing? It's Officer again.
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
Question.
Sure.
You had screenshots or copies of the...
Yes.
When you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep. I also sent him my DMs with Destiny. I don't know if anything will come from this. I don't like leaking DMs, as me respecting what creators want on and off the record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, builds trust with the creator, and also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops.
This was a brave thing to do on WillyMac's part, I'm not gonna lie. This was a brave thing to do. The creator industry is really weird. It feels like there's a lot of like cliques and lunch table groups that like, you could absolutely just get yourself blackballed out of entire circles of content creators without even realizing it. Like, you won't even realize you pissed somebody off in that circle, and now you're black bagged from that area. WillyMacShow doing this, I think he knows, definitely cuts him off from a lot of different, like, communities and, like, a lot of Destiny's orbit sphere and a lot of the different, like, Destiny's probably not going anywhere, you know, no matter how much he gets exposed for. I don't think he's going anywhere. We're in a different era of content now. Like, getting exposed for doing stuff with minors, for, like, being a predator or anything like that, allegedly, is not a career ender anymore. Like, Dr. Disrespect, I think, is the best example of this. Dr. Disrespect got exposed. Got exposed for like trying to meet up with, I think, a 17-year-old or just a minor in general, but people assume 17, could be any age, at TwitchCon, and he got banned for it by Twitch, and it became a big drama for a time. And then nowadays, Dr. Disrespect is at his all-time peak. Vosh leaked his porn folder on stream. We know what was in that. He's still growing. He's still on his way up. So I don't necessarily think that this is, like, career-ending stuff anymore. You know, like, it just... I feel like the internet has gotten so desensitized to creators being creeps that, like, it just isn't... It isn't a game ender anymore. It used to be a career ender, to be a predator, but it's not anymore. And that's kind of a scary thing. Like, the internet is slowly lowering the bar for what is acceptable. Especially as we reduce, like, the idea of, like, oh, should we ban people? Should we, like, remove people's platform? The answer to that question, for most people these days, is no matter what. And now we are where we are.
But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession of CP, that confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even need to say that. If Destiny ends up being legally in the right to keep it, then fair enough. If he ends up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something. I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before. I reported Destiny to the...
Holy hell, this is a wild story. This is very brave of WillyMac to have done. I dropped a like on the video. Oh man. Let's read the comments. Well, now you can beat the Destiny supporter allegations. Quote, Willy is actually BFFs with Destiny, which is why he won't call him out. Crowd is oddly silent right now. If Destiny thought Solo was recording CP of Rose, why wouldn't he take that to the authorities himself? And people will still say you're sweeping for him. Bruh, that's nuts, man. Bruh, talk to a lawyer. At this point, who hasn't called the police on Destiny? What? Deleting evidence is definitely bad, so no, he shouldn't have deleted it. Him sending it to you, however, is probably not the legally sound thing to do. It was the right call to make to the police, or it was the right call to call the police, is what I think they meant to say. But making this video seems performative and unnecessary. If you're not sure about anything, which multiple times you say I think, about how certain parts of the legal system work, then you wait until you know more. This feels like a very drama YouTube thing to do. Oh my gosh, what genre does WillyMacShow make content in? I'm sorry, but if you're going to borderline admit to a severe crime, or come off as admitting to a severe crime to a drama YouTuber, frankly, I'm surprised the cops were called, and it wasn't just an expose video. WillyMacShow calling the cops shows the fact that he actually believes that Destiny self-reported something real, and has the balls to stick to it, to actually, no doubt, make a lifelong enemy out of one of the most dedicated and admittedly very spiteful creators on Twitch and YouTube. Like, this guy, I mean, I'm just saying, WillyMacShow is brave for this, because the Taliban, you know what they did, right? You know what they did. Reporting Destiny was the right thing to do. Making this video was stupid. You don't know all the details, and you couldn't wait for the police to do their job. This is just grandstanding. Well, you won't find out whether or not the police did their job unless Destiny, like, decides to tell everybody. Would he, like, let out if the police came, investigated him, and arrested him on these charges? Like, I guess we'd find out from a news broadcast. Who knows? Hassan would be like, you talk to Destiny, so you are a Destiny supporter. True. That interacting with even 19 to 17-year-olds at Destiny's age is wild, and calling the police might be justifiable if you're not sure of the legality of this, but making a video just to spread this without being sure about it legally and not waiting for anything to come out of the call is scummy. feels just like, look guys, I actually think this guy is bad too. Also, Destiny claims that there is 60 gigabytes of videos because she bragged about it to him. I was excited and then extremely disappointed. This was cringe. No, Willy is a Destiny D writer, I swear. Hamas DD picker. Hassan now has another "you can't criticize me" reason other than there's a war in Gaza. Now he'll say something like, "You can't criticize me. Destiny is a pedophile." Yeah, man. Destiny has been just handing Hassan W's lately, which is very unfortunate. I know that recently H3H3 and Ela did a big call out on Destiny because Destiny keeps inserting himself into like the back and forth between Hassan and H3 and Ela. And, like, Destiny will get involved and say shit like, honestly, for what Hassan said, I think it's okay to do violence against him. And it's like, dude, we are trying to take the high road here. People are associating us with you, whether we like it or not. And you're saying this unhinged shit and making us look bad. You're handing Hassan W's, and they called him out for it. And I thought that was pretty cool. That they're, I'm glad they're not letting their narrative get taken by other people. Like, H3H3 has just as personal and non-personal of a reason to have issues with Hassan, even more so, I'd say, than Destiny does. Like, Destiny's definitely received some shit from the Hassan sphere, but, dude, H3H3 has been, like, they sent skulls to his house and called CPS on him falsely. They went after his kids. Now they're going after his wife. They've realized that going after him doesn't work to make him quit the internet or kill himself or whatever their goal is. So now they're attacking his family. Like, there's no good side, no good explanation for that behavior. But yeah, I don't want to get too lost in the weeds here. Who knows what's going to come of this? If we get some big headline about Destiny getting arrested or big headline about Destiny suing WillyMacShow over this, then I'll keep you guys updated. I don't tend to do a lot of drama content, but this one just, it caught my eye. I couldn't help it, so here we are. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. In fact, I have a challenge for you guys. I want to see if we can hit 1,000 likes on this video within 24 hours. I bet we can do it. Within 24 hours, can we hit 1,000 thumbs up on this video? Every one counts. I want to see you guys hit that like goal. If you do it, I will be very happy. And see if you can hit, bear with me, 500 comments as well. If we can get 500 comments and 1,000 likes in this video, I'll be stoked. I hope you guys can do it. I'm excited to see if you guys are up to the challenge. And of course, if you want to see more from me in the future, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload new videos in the future. And if you want to see more from me on other platforms, be sure to follow my social medias linked down below in the description, particularly my fan Discord, as I host weekly gaming events, call-in streams, watch parties, and movie nights there. And I announce all my new uploads and streams when they're coming out, so you won't miss a thing. You should join. You won't regret it. And finally, if you want to support me directly, financially, help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, you want to help me be able to keep making content for you guys as a full-time creator, small creator, so I rely on your direct support pretty heavily, but if you guys want to support the channel, you guys know what to do. You can always donate, subscribe, or gift a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or buy some custom Xander Hall merch through the Streamlabs link down below. Regardless of how you support me, though, thank you so much for watching, as always, and have a good one.